What's going on, guys? This is RJ Game News USA. Actually here with what could be a positive story. I mean, depends who you are, but we're definitely got to talk about this. So if you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe, and let's jump right into it. So ESPN has been making some major moves. They recently bought the NFL Network, and they actually just recently added WWE Premium Live Events as well. And these are very, very significant moves. And I will explain what this means, and then we'll talk about it. I'm using AI mode to amalgamate the stories together, so it's not a specific article. So ESPN recently made two significant announcements regarding its content portfolio. An agreement to acquire NFL Network and other media assets, and a separate deal to become the exclusive streaming home for WWE Premium Live events starting in 2026. So, NFL Network, ESPN will require NFL Network, NFL Red Zone's linear distribution rights, and NFL fantasy football assets. Now, I'm really hoping this means whether it's on cable or whether it's on the ESPN app that's coming out, that you could watch Red Zone with no extra cost, because I think that would be a win. In return for this deal, the NFL will receive a 10% equity stake in ESPN. Don't really know why the NFL is interested in that. The NFL will retain ownership of the Red Zone channel itself, including production and digital distribution rights, NFL Films, NFL Plus, NFL.com, and the NFL Podcast Network. We'll just have to see on that how much Red Zone we actually get on ESPN. The deal includes provisions for licensing additional NFL games to air on ESPN platforms, and adjusting the NFL game schedule between the networks. So be on the lookout for more flex scheduling. The agreement is pending federal regulatory approval and is not expected to close for at least a year. So that stuff is not happening immediately. Okay, a lot of this is 2026. Okay. Now I will say this: I think that's a win in general for people. I do think we'll see how much of a win it is, but I think it's a win. Now, this WWE stuff, I think people are going to be split on this. ESPN will become the exclusive U.S. domestic home for all WWE Premium Live events, including WrestleMania, starting in 2026. So it's interesting because in the rest of the world, Netflix is the home for the PLEs. And I wish it was just Netflix around the world. I think that would be the best move. I hate Peacock, and I'm so glad they're leaving Peacock. But there's going to be some fans that are upset. And a lot of it has to do with pricing. The new ESPN app that's launching August 21st is going to cost $29.99. Peacock, the base version, just went up to $10.99. So if all you cared about was WWE PLEs, you're essentially being gouged another $20 a month. If you're like me and actually care about the NFL stuff that ESPN's adding, and you actually care about college football and other stuff that ESPN's had, I'm actually about to save money because I'm canceling my Sling and I'm canceling my Peacock, which is a combined $57 to just get ESPN to replace that. So I actually just halved my bill, essentially. Now you still got to subscribe to Amazon if you want to get, Thursday Night Football. Peacock, I do think, still has a couple NFL games coming up this year. I'm just going to have to eat that. Netflix I already have, so those Netflix Christmas games are still on the agenda. The NFL and WWE are doing a very similar model. They're pimping their product out to whoever is the highest bidder. It's really that simple, and you, the consumer, are usually going to lose in that scenario. This multi-year deal, worth $1.6 billion over 5 years, $325 million annually, is according to Front Office Sports. All PLEs such as Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank will stream on ESPN's new direct-to-consumer streaming service, which I will be getting day one. Selected PLEs will also be simulcast on ESPN's traditional cable channels. I wonder which ones will actually be simulcast. Are they going to do the big ones and make sure the little ones are only on the app? Or are they going to do the little ones to promote and then the big ones you have to get the app for? So we don't know a lot of these details yet. But you could actually see WWE on, PLEs on regular-ass TV, potentially here. The deal does not include any rights for NXT, WWE's developmental promotion, or the extensive WWE library. So it sounds like if you still want NXT shows, you're going to need Peacock. And if you still want the old library, you're going to need Peacock. So as a WWE fan, think about what you have to do to watch the product. You have to have Peacock for NXT in the library. You have to have Netflix for Raw. Or if you're outside the US for PLEs. You have to have the new ESPN app to watch all the PLEs. You have to have cable for USA Network, which on Sling is a different tier than the tier that ESPN is on. And Saturday night's main events on NBC, so you can see that through over-the-air cable. It's a mess, guys. I estimate if you want to see all WWE programming, Peacock being $11, Netflix lowest tier like $8. Okay, that's $19. And the $30 for the ESPN thing. You're sitting at $49. And then you have to have USA Network, and if you're getting that through some kind of Sling package, but blue, that's another $45. You're talking about spending $85 if you want to see Raw, SmackDown, and all the PLEs and NXT in the library. And it used to all be on something called the WWE Network. So that is an absolute fucking loss for consumers. If you are just a WWE fan, get ready to pay out the fucking ass. WWE's flagship shows, Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, will remain on Netflix, Peacock, USA Network, respectively. The WWE deal comes as ESPN prepares to launch its new over-the DTC streaming service August 21st, priced at $29.99 a month. These agreements signify a major strategic shift for ESPN as it strengthens its content offerings, particularly for its upcoming streaming services, and positions itself as a dominant force in an evolving sports media landscape. It also marks a significant change for NFL and WWE fans regarding how they will access content in the future. Yeah, the ESPN's not fucking around anymore. They've been losing money hand over fist to some degree. Disney has as well. They really, really want to push, Hulu, Disney Plus, this new ESPN app. They want to make you bundle it. They want to do whatever, right? They have so many properties. Disney's been losing money hand over fist. There's always been this rumor about a new sports app, but that new sports app was supposed to include FS1 and USA Network and other channels too. If I'm dropping Sling, I'm going to lose TNT and TBS. There goes probably some hockey games or AEW, unless I also get HBO Max. So again, it's a total mess. If you're a consumer, there's only so much money you have to be spending on streaming services. So you might have to pick and choose what you really want. But for me, I think in general, in my household, we're going to stick with Netflix and Hulu for various reasons, the new ESPN app, and Amazon. And I think, that's under $60 a month. I could eat that. And I think that'll work for me. But the rest of you guys, I don't know if that's going to work for you. It depends what you're looking for. But overall, I like the deal because I'm just excited for the new ESPN app. But I can see how some people are upset. Anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. See you later.